Hey everyone! Before I get going with this week's episode, I just want to update you on a few things that I've got going on at the moment. So you may be aware that I recently recorded my goal setting workshop, which is now called Flow and Flourish. This is a pre-recorded workshop that gently guides you through working with the energies of the seasons, working with your own patterns and your own energy to create some personal goals in every single area of your life, not just work, not just big, like huge goals. This is designed to help you think of every aspect of your life. So that is live now and available to purchase. I've put the link to that in the show notes. The amazing thing about this is because it's pre-recorded, you can do it in your own time from wherever you are in the world. The next thing I wanted to tell you about is the next group session I've got going on, which is taking place on Saturday the 15th of March. And this is all around setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. So if you're the kind of person that finds yourself saying yes to people when really you want to say no, if you don't have your boundaries in place, then this is perfect for you. These group sessions take place on Zoom. They are 22-22. Which I think is an absolute bargain for a group coaching session, plus some Reiki in the sacral chakra. So if you'd like to join me live on Saturday the 15th of March at 10 a.m. UK time, you'll find the link for that in the show notes too. I hope to see you there, but in the meantime, enjoy this week's episode. Welcome to Love in Life, a guide to a positive mindset. My name's Lisa and I'm here to help you unlock the secrets to a happier, more confident and more fulfilling life. In the first 99 episodes, we explored not just practical tools that can elevate your mindset and your life, but also delved into the spiritual aspects like the power of crystals, universal laws and energy healing. Whether you're new or returning, let's continue this inspiring journey of growth and self-discovery together. Welcome back to Love in Life. Thank you to those of you who listened to my rambly episode last week. Clearly, it was things that I needed to get off my chest. I was very in the moment, but it felt good. It felt good to get it off my chest, and sometimes you just need to do that. But the whole reason that I wanted to do that is just, like I said in the episode, it was just to show you that things don't always go to plan for me, and that's okay. We deal with it. We move on. So last week I told you that I had planned an episode all around spring energy and what to do with it. So that is what I'm going to talk about this week. Before I get into that, I just want to say hi to my listeners in Manchester. There's definitely been a rise in listeners in Manchester in the last few weeks. I know quite a few people in Manchester, so I wonder if you're somebody I know. If you are, then hello. If you're not, then hello. I'm so glad you're here with me listening. Don't forget, if you enjoy listening, then please do share it because others might enjoy it too. Okay. So last week I was going to talk about spring energy. And last week when I was going to talk about it, it was really sunny, really warm. We were having, I don't want to say the words heat wave, but definitely a lot warmer than it has been. This week, we're back to being wrapped up in blankets. It's freezing again. But there we go. This is what life is like in the UK. 1 minute you're boiling, 1 minute you're freezing. That's also what menopause is like as well. But there we go. So, spring energy. And even if you're not listening to this in the springtime, like spring is represented by like new energy. I'm going to try not to say like so much this week because I noticed that last week when I was having my ramble, I said like about 1 million times. But it doesn't matter too much if you are not listening to this during springtime, because depending on what is going on for you in your life, you might be entering a new season of life. You might be like, if you think of our monthly cycles as spring energy, that's part of your cycle when you feel that boost of energy. That can be compared to spring energy. So whether it is spring or not, that's okay. But at the moment, here in real time, as I'm recording this, we are entering spring. And so we've got the blossoms on the trees are starting to make an appearance. The first signs of the flowers, the first spring flowers, like the tulips, they're starting to come through. I've also got some bluebells coming through. Like those first signs of spring are here. They haven't fully bloomed yet, but they've just had a little burst of energy to get them going. The birds are starting to wake up and get more lively. Animals are coming out of hibernation. And all of these things, they mirror or they represent personal growth. So if you think, these things all represent change happening. They all represent exciting things to come. And for this reason, it's really exciting time of year. We can see it as a nice fresh start after the winter months of feeling cold, feeling tired, feeling done with Christmas, those times when we have the least amount of energy. We are now coming out of that, and this is a celebration of that. So what can we do with that energy? So I'm going to talk about things that we can physically do in our lives that to use up that energy. But also I'm going to talk about in terms of self-development, what we can do with that energy. So let's begin with spring cleaning. Now, spring cleaning can mean different things to different people, or spring cleaning can be different things. Spring cleaning can be cleaning. So, using our energy to clean up our homes, like spruce up the things that need wakening up in our physical environment. So not only is it good to do that cleaning up, that spring clean physically, think about what that represents. So decluttering in our homes, in the rooms that are our personal space, when they're cluttered, they keep hold of energy. The energy is stagnant. So of course, this is going to make you feel tired. It's going to make you feel unenergized. But by using that extra little bit of energy that we've got this spring to get rid of some of the clutter that we've got going on, it's a great way to shift that stagnant energy. And when I say shift the stagnant energy, this means physically and metaphorically as well. So the clutter, of course, a cluttered space leaves you feeling cluttered. And how do you feel when you declutter? Everything around you feels just that little bit freer. It feels that little bit, you have that extra bit of clarity. You feel like you can breathe. So now if we shift that metaphorically, if we are holding on to stagnant energies in our minds, in our bodies, what is that doing in our minds and bodies? What is that energy, that stagnant energy, holding us back from? So now is a really good time to decide what it's time to let go of. Like, what can you declutter? What limiting beliefs? What past experiences, past events, the resentments that you're holding on to, those things that you can't forgive people. What is it time to let go of so as you can move on to the next step, the next season? And actually, I have just uploaded a new meditation onto YouTube, actually, for letting go. So now is the perfect time to go and take a listen to that. And when you're listening to that, think of all those things that you are ready to let go of. Think of all those things that are weighing you down, that aren't getting you anywhere, that are making you feel negative. Maybe it's time to let those things go. So when you are doing the meditation, think about those things. And there is a part in the meditation when I ask you to focus on those things and let them go. So hopefully you're listening to this first and then you'll do the meditation and you'll have an idea of what it is you want to let go of. Okay, this next suggestion I've got for what to do with that spring energy is very similar to spring cleaning. But this is spring cleaning in the garden and what that represents. So I am a big fan of gardening. I absolutely love gardening. I hate weeding, but I do love gardening. And this week I've been like trimming all the dead heads off my hydrangeas. I've been cutting back, all the lavender, all the things that have been protecting the rest of the plant over the winter, protecting it from the frost. This obviously isn't a gardening podcast, but what I'm talking about, preparing the garden, is very relevant to what we're doing energy-wise at the moment. So when I said does anyone know about gardening? So with hydrangeas and certain other plants as well, but hydrangeas, most people know, and they're a really good example. But hydrangeas, you leave the dead heads on over winter, which is very frustrating because it looks ugly, but it protects the rest of the plant. Now, when in the spring, when you see the new buds coming through on the hydrangea plant, you cut off all the dead heads. And then what that does is it gives those new buds, it's protected them over winter, but it's given now, the energy isn't going to the dead heads. The energy is all going to those new buds. So if you think about what that represents in us, very similar to what I said about the clutter, anything that's old, anything that's done with inside of us, those things that we said that you need to let go of, those limiting beliefs, those old outdated beliefs that don't serve you anymore. Is it time to cut them off and give new energy to all the new things that you want to come through? What new beliefs do you want to come through? What new actions do you want to take? Do you need to get rid of things in order to take the new actions, to give those new actions the lease of life that they deserve, that bit of energy that they need? So also in springtime is a perfect time to plant seeds in the garden. We've just planted some grass seed. We've just laid some grass seed. And it's a little bit early, to be honest, but because we had such beautiful weather last week, it was silly not to take advantage of it. But as you are laying those seeds, as you are sowing those seeds, imagine that what you are planting represents you. It represents your growth. It represents your goals that you want to achieve. It represents the intentions that you've set. And when you plant them, know that they eventually are going to flourish. So all the hard work that you do to putting in, sowing your seeds, all the hard work that you do to plant those new ideas in your mind, know that all that hard work is going to come off eventually. You're not going to see progress straight away, but eventually they are going to flourish. So yeah, gardening is an amazing way to use up some of that spring energy. But don't forget, it's also amazing for the root chakra as well. So now is the time with this spring energy, and just the word spring, like it makes you, what do you imagine when I say spring energy? Like I imagine somebody skipping, which is really random, but that's what comes into my head. What do you imagine when I say the words spring energy? Now is the time for you to set some intentions for the new season or for the new year ahead. A lot of cultures classes the spring as the start of the new year, not using January as the traditional new year because of the way that our energies align. Spring is very much that start, that push of the new cycle, the new year. So what intentions do you want to set for that new season, spring, or that new 12 months ahead of you? What is it that you want to bloom in your life? Maybe it's something to do with your job or your career. Maybe it's a business that you've had an idea for. Maybe you could use that energy and to put in some actions into place just to take you to that next step? Is there a new hobby that you've wanted to pursue? Is it time for new friendships or even old friendships to blossom? Maybe it's time for romantic relationships, with your partner, or maybe you're single and now you're feeling that energy. Now's the time to put something in action to get you where you want to be in your romantic life. Do the things that you know you need to do to start attracting that love. And maybe there's been things in your current relationship that you've been neglecting, where you've been focusing on other things, because this happens in every area of our lives. We focus on other things and something has to slip. Maybe your romantic relationship's been slipping, and now's the time to put that extra bit of energy into that area of your life. Where is it that you want to flourish, and what do you need to do in order to flourish? So with this theme of gardening, using that spring energy in the garden, maybe you could journal over what seeds are you planting? What seeds of change are you planting yourself personally? And where are you ready to grow? That's a perfect opportunity to journal over what it is you want to enhance in your life right now, or in this next phase of your life. The spring equinox is just around the corner on March the 20th, which I think is next week. That's a perfect time to have a little ritual. We love rituals. Any season is amazing for rituals. And let's be honest, all these rituals revolve around, what are you ready to let go of? What has happened in the last season that you're ready to let go of? And what are you ready to welcome in? So what are you grateful for? What lessons have you learned in the winter months? What lessons have you been taught? What has happened? What has happened that you're thankful for? Have you embraced the winter energy? And be thankful for that much needed rest that you've hopefully allowed yourself. What have you reflected on? Because winter, I've talked about this before, winter is an amazing time to go within yourself and reflect. So what have you reflected on that you're ready to let go of, or that you're grateful for? And of course, this is a perfect time to remind you of my Flow and Flourish workshop that is now available to purchase. If you want to be taken through step by step, guided through letting go of all of those things, like identifying what it is you need to let go of, because it's quite hard to identify what it is you need to let go of. And in that workshop, I take you through looking at all the different areas of your life and reflecting on what it is that it's time to say goodbye to. And we say goodbye to those things and decide what we want to welcome in. So if you would like to do that with me in my pre-recorded workshop, then as you know, the link to that is in the show notes. But of course, you can just journal. You can do these things that I've mentioned today. I just want you to make the most of this spring energy that we are coming into. Okay, I hope you feel inspired to embrace the spring and what it represents. Please do let me know what you've decided, what seeds you've decided to plant, what it is you need to let go of. If it's time to declutter, let me know. Tag me in your stories, or if it's a bit more private, send me an email. I love receiving your emails and feedback. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you have enjoyed this episode. And if you have, please do share it. Please do leave me a review. It just helps others find me. And the more people that welcome in this spring energy, the more people that raise their vibration, the happier and the more positive the world will be. We can do it together. So for those of you who are booked on to Saturday's session, I will see you then. And if not, I will see you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye.